of the team anyways to get those Cyclone Magnet Storm combos off.
Yeah, killing 2 birds with 1 casket, to say the least. And also taking a look into this bot lane. Actually, screw that, because we're just going to take a look at the Rift as we're loading into game number 2 here. Burning Core. Let's see if they can show us a bit of a better performance this time around at take game 2 as we are on the Rift. And what did we just come back to? Excuse me. Oh my God, can I find my bearings for a moment here? Already, we're seeing some low health bars. Yuhi almost actually fell already. Good Lord.
Well, Echo, you're asking if Burning Core, would be able to find a better early game? No, apparently not. At least not for Yuhi here. That's both summoners expended from Yuhi. Fujimoto's Ignite down as well, and they got pushed out the bot lane. They didn't get to leash. Thank goodness we get a replay, because I have no clue what happened. Looks like it's just an invade.
Yeah, invade. Most like an invade going wrong, I assume. Actually, Rhino with the dash over the wall. Fujimoto does get locked down. The Ignite coming out. Almost actually does go down to Dasher. And that's huge. Already so much gold coming out. They tried their best to somehow take out Dasher with Yuhi. Very nice flash heal over the wall, running for his life from Blank. And Blank, like, you know what? It's all good. We got the first blood. We got double sums out. Let them go.
Okay, so yeah, first blood onto Dasher as well into this mid lane. That's going to be a little bit rough on Dice there. And for Burning Core, I feel like if you're going to invade like that, though, you should probably have called in your mid lane. Dice not going down definitely came and hurt. And I love what we're seeing from Lina as well here, right? We want that bot side handily. Let's go start looking for Flawless here. And now, even though they don't find any buffs, they know exactly where Flawless is. And Flawless, a little bit slow because was still fishing around mid.
Yeah, Rhino actually moving in for the level 2 gank. Perhaps Dice incredibly little spear coming out, and so that will spook them off. Flawless trying to find something here, but that was not the move to make it stunned under turret. I appreciate the aggression, but I do not appreciate the tower shot, and neither does Flawless as he does go down.
No, Lina just saying, not today, not on my watch. And this is why, Echo, we were so excited to see Lina on Rel. What is this early level 2 roam into the mid lane and the confidence as well? If that knockup doesn't come through, I think Flawless still gets out, right? Flash was still available, but the CC chain just too good coming through. But we're seeing how the Jace Nidoey combo is supposed to work, especially into the likes of Arise. If you can't catch them as a rise or you can't burst them immediately, both of them just run away and start poking you back. And the burst at this level is already chunky. It's only going to get worse as the items start to come through for Nidoey and Jace.
Yeah, we did see that. Actually, Burning Core did gain 1 percentage point favor of the Blitzcrank AI, but I don't think he was present for those 2 first kills because it's not looking too good for Burning Core. But you never know. We have seen them come back from worse, but already we were talking about how this early game is what they're kind of pivoting towards, right? And things just aren't looking too good in the early game right now. We're 4 minutes in and 2 kills already on Dasher, on this heavy hitting mid laner. It's just got to be tricky.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Dice is basically gone like, you know what? I respect the attempt, Flawless. Don't come back to my lane. He bought a call. He's just like, I'm not fighting Dasher anytime soon, especially not when Blank's around. I'm just going to power farm, go gank someone else. Yeah. Where are you going to gank? Bot's already struggling. Yuhi being punished again.
Yep, that Glacial Augment was huge, right? And it does end up picking that kill. However, maybe he can make up for it and grab Fujimoto from Marble. Looking for something. Won't quite find it. But that Glacial was so huge. Dice, meanwhile, trying to find something. Maybe he can do something here. A lot of poke coming out, but Dasher going to be able to retreat to the safety of his brethren as they are there to back him up. But overall, just this bot lane, Yuhi going down once again. Right? Yeah, thank God we get to see the replay of that. Look at that crash down coming through, the stun, just so much slow coming out, and the Ignite as well. And that range from Marble's try shot, just absolutely sealing the deal. Nothing they can do. Fujimoto barely getting out with his life. Rhina can't quite find anything, have to let him go. But that's already huge.
Yeah, and if we look at why that's working, for one, it's because Yuhi had to burn summoner spells at that level 1 right away, fell behind in lane, was a little bit late in lane, waiting for Fujimoto to respawn. And when Rhina roamed mid here, Rhina got experience, got the kills, and Marble got solo XP. So they're actually ahead as well on that bot, and they're maximizing that use. That's likely to continue here with those additional kills going down. So Burning Core suddenly Dice has given up in the mid lane, not really calling for too many ganks. Bot side's kind of in a bad spot here. And even if you gank there, there's at best you maybe trade 1-for-1. There's really only one lane left for Flawless to go, and Hawks have read it. They're rotating Dasher up already.
Oh, Kinatsu trying to find something here, though. Oh, the explosive cast going a bit awry there. Not quite gonna find the target. Nice little all-in from Kinatsu, but just doesn't quite have the damage he's looking for. Flawless is here as well. It doesn't have level 6 quite yet, though. It's still on that level 5, and so it's gonna just send out a little warning spear there and opt to back off. But yeah, talking about Dice, he kind of just gave him that solo queue treatment. He's like, do not ever show yourself on my lane again after what you've just done.
The nice thing though for Dyson, the reason why he can do that is because the Jace Ryze matchup still does favor the Jace quite a bit. You do have the range advantage and you've got better poke. Picking up that early tier as well means that you can stack that. So you kind of are fine in the 1v1. You just need to make sure Blank doesn't show up. So just get wards down and you're good to go. But Flawless right here, trying to just power farm as well, and is actually falling behind the Lee Sin. Nidalee has very quick early clears. It's one of the reasons why she's a strong early jungler, and now the ganks haven't worked out. The farm isn't working out either. Blank is matching even or ahead right now, and it feels like a bit of a repeat from game 1, except maybe worse, because game 1 had 2 kills at 20 minutes, 1 apiece. We've got 3 kills on the board, all for Hawks already here.
Yeah, it's looking to me like Burning Core needs a Baron to be up right about now so they can steal that and get themselves some kills to get back in this game, because right now things are looking good. Them. Oh my God, Ray Farkey. There's that counter pick we were talking about, doing so much damage, trying to find something here. I don't think he's quite going to get it, though. Doesn't have his ulti up at the moment, and so is going to have to let Kinatsu walk away, but he's walking away with the fear of God in him.
Yeah, that strut that Gragas has when he knows he's winning the lane there.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, when he's losing, it's like fine, but when he's winning, it's so annoying when you're on the losing side. And it's the one bright spot for Burning Core here. And the problem is, like you said, he's not getting kills. And sure, zoning out, good. CS lead, good. But what's happening in your other lanes, right? That top side 15 CS lead is matched bot side, and flash again burned from UD.
Yep, indeed. Had to flash out of that one from the flash. Crash down from Orion. That's what we're talking about, playing backwards, but you don't want to be flashing backwards. Unfortunately, we'll have to come out from that because Blank was there waiting as well in case something did connect. And yeah, they're just brittling down Yuhi's sums at this point. I feel like it's just on a constant cooldown, right? We saw it there at the start of the game. It was on cooldown for so incredibly long. It's down once again, and that just means that if Reinhardt gets even remotely close to Yuhi, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, and their flashes are not the same here, Echo.
We are
Rhino
not
has
the
Hex
same.
Flash. They are not. They are literally selected differently from their masteries, from their runes here, because Rhino still has Hex Flash, so you can still use that aggressively. Yuhi, that's just a regular flash, and once that's down, you have absolutely no engage tools, disengage tools other than your support Fujimoto. Now, the good news for Burning Core is that the Hawks, despite burning that summoner, despite pushing Yuhi back, can't actually go for the dragon this early. The spears still hurt, and if Flawless is in the area here starting that up, could be troublesome, not to mention Dice still getting that priority in the mid lane despite being down 2 kills compared to Dasher, means that objectives are a little bit more difficult for the side of Hawks to try and start up and take safely.
Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, right, we're seeing it's just absolutely no attention really being paid to this dragon in this bot lane. However, a lot of attention being played into this mid lane here. Dasher going to go ahead and use that vision. Now we've realized, well, there's quite a few individuals in this river here who are trying to kill me. Maybe I don't step up there just yet. And so instead, they might just go ahead and try and trade objectives here, as we do see Refarking you. He's starting up this Rift Herald here. And yeah, look at that. Hawks are just like, okay, this is like a reverse Baron. You can have it once again, and we're just going to be pushing and getting these platings. But both teams really can't make up their minds. Kinatsu, look on the map, he is patiently waiting to see what goes down so he can get to that back line and use the Cyclone to just absolutely wreak havoc. But nothing quite going to come out of that, and we're just in this weird lull state at the moment where you've got Dice trying to poke anybody out but just not really finding anything. The Rift Herald slowly but surely going down, but actually it's going to reset. No. Oh my God, what is happening? This is painful.
What is happening is neither team is strong enough to take this. We touched on the poke from Burning Core. It's dissuading the Hawks, but the inverse is true as well, where what on earth the Burning Core doing?
Oh my goodness. I have no words on. I'm speechless, and I'm the play-by-play. That's the moment that we've reached. The TP coming out from Dice into that bot lane to clear that wave. maybe we see the jungle Jace come out. No, he realized he needs to be up there with his team as Blank is getting dangerously close to taking that. We do see the Feather Storm coming out, the whole lot of damage. He's trying to put the Cyclone coming out.
Okay.
Gonna take out Rhina, the Ignite coming out though. And so down
illegal?
goes Fujimoto. This should be illegal indeed. Marble needs to flash to get away. Ray Farky now in a terrible spot, running for his life. Just gonna heal. It's gonna get out alive. Ray Farky is so low. Yuhi as well. They get to walk away from this. There's no way they get to walk away from this. Oh my god, Dasher needs to be careful. A lot of poke coming out, but Dasher does do quite a bit of damage. If Flawless can hit the spear here, come on! You just gotta hit the spear. One little attack, but not quite gonna get in. So Dasher will be able to walk away from that one.
Echo, you might lack words, but right now I am filled with them, most of them fairly negative, because what on earth did we just watch? The reason why I said that was illegal was because of the way the play gets set up. This is a 5v4 situation for the side of the Hawks. So how did you botch it so hard here? I mean, first of all, props to Yuhi. Yuhi was struggling a lot last game and not his fault, but this game, this fight is one off the fact that Yuki's kiting backwards on the Xayah and gets such good blade calls going here. And you can see that when Hawks have to play into this, it's really difficult to make it work. But if they had just all jumped in, if they had gone any of those kills, I think the fight swings very differently and in their favor. And they should have. They had the numbers advantage. Dice TP to the bot lane to pick up a wave. That was all he got. A wave. And that's it. And they don't lose Herald. And if anything, they get the kills, they get
yeah, straight up, they did not need a bear this time around to make that fight work in their favor. They're like, nah, we got this. Yuhi with a very nice kind of reverse, not reverse, I should just say just kiting backwards as you do with the Xayah, right? That Feather Storm was huge. So many stuns and so much damage coming out allows them to get these picks that they needed. Somehow Yuhi and Ray Farky both surviving with like a smidget of health, to say the absolute least. And they should be picking up that Rift earlier, but that is going to allow Marble to just get some free farm, get some free turret platings, as the majority of Burning Core is in this top river getting this Rift Herald.
Yeah, Burning Core, you can see they really want the Herald. Even in the pre-fight for that as well, Burning Core was sacking the mid lane for that Herald there. They were allowing Hawks to just walk up and get chip damage for free. And now the mid lane, they only lost 1 plate. Bot side, they're losing 3 plates to Marble here. Keep in mind, Herald is only 2 guaranteed plates when it charges. So the cost of this Herald is very high. And for Burning Core to make it worth here, they've got to get 3 or more plates. I was thinking they're going to try and rush down this top side, but Dasher here and with the Realm Warp as well, they decide to call it off for now. We're past the 14-minute mark. You can't even answer with plates here. And I think Hawks are going to be more than happy with how that particular Herald play, at least the Herald part of it in the trading was worth, not the kills.
Yeah, I mean, at least we moved on from trading dragon for wolves, so I mean that's a plus. I like to see that, but yeah, it's gonna be a question of trading that Rift Herald. Was it worth it? Because like you're saying, they need to find some value with it. Now that the turret platings are down as well, they need to completely demolish that turret if they want to get any of sort of, you know, a return in their investment, so to speak, as that was a lot of gold that they funneled into Marble, especially, who is happy to take that much gold and just utilize that to get more items and get more damage and get tankier as a result.
Okay, Dice did manage to get significant chip damage. I think it's low enough now that we will see first brick fall down in favor of Burning Core in that mid lane here. And sure enough, Rhina, Blank, they've been doing a good job rotating, but if it gets too low, it's just too low. And now Ray Farky looking with the explosive cast to see if they can force something mid here.
Indeed, and actually they are going to get that second, and they utilize it very nicely. They just got a whole, that stonks have gone up. That's 100% return on your investment, as they're going to go ahead and grab that tier 2 as well. Marble will respond by grabbing himself that tier 1 at the very least, so they will still get something from that.
Yeah, if they did not take that mid lane inner turret, it would not have been worth, because not only is Marble able to answer back bot side with that outer turret, but look at the gold as well. It's all funneled onto Marble. All the plates on that bot side were funneled onto Marble here. And Zeri is a hyper carry in the late game here. We said it before, the range on that gets pretty disgusting. The tankiness, we saw it last game as well, for Marble able to carry some of those later fights. And so if you can get Marble online sooner, it's even better for Hawks. Their team fighting, their skilling kicks on better, and they will outscale Burning Core, at least in the team fights here.
Yeah, Absolutely. Burning Core kind of facing a clock that is ticking down as we speak, and they need to start finding a few more opportunities. They've shown that they've given us a taste of what they can do. It's clear that they have what it takes. They just need to find some more opportunities. Maybe they'll be finding it on this dragon that's up in a minute 20, but that is still a bit of a ways away. So we're going to have to wait and see.
So, Echo, even game state right now pretty much here. And I'm waiting for our next big objective or team fight to come through. Hawks are online. We're seeing all the mythics start to come through for everyone here. And that means that Hawks are on a bit of a power point if they can find the end gauge. But if they can't, flawless dice. We saw the poke around that first Herald attempt, and that is how Burning Core kind of dissuaded them from coming through. So the longer any of these sort of face-off takes, the more it favors Burning Core with their repeatable poke damage, with their heals as well coming through from Flawless Dragon up in about 40 seconds. And for the Hawks, you might not want to get there too early so that you're not in that face-off position, but I would like to see some vision at least to start coming through, because right now it's all dark for them around the actual dragon itself.
Yeah, and it's such a difference in comparison to game one, where vision was such a huge name of the game, especially early on. We were commenting about it a lot, and it was shutting down a lot of potential plays that were coming out as well. So this time around, kind of slacking on it, but sounds like they heard it and they're slowly trying their best to place some down here. We've got yet another stare off as the dragon is here now. It is going to be a 4-on-5 at the moment with Kinatsu. Does have that TP up in that top lane, so can TP down if things are getting hot. Gonna poke at that dragon here. Actually gonna let the Hawks start it off for them. Both teams looking for that engage. Oh, do they know? I don't think they do. That could be huge if the cyclone comes out, but Rhina going in, and there's that cyclone. So much chaos being sown. Flawless will pick up one kill. Actually, though, they are doing quite a bit of damage as Yuhi is getting quite a few hits, and Marble gonna follow suit. Ray Farkey, he's too damn good. And so Blank will be the only one that gets out of that one alive. And it shouldn't have worked. I don't know how they did it, but once again, they come out on top. I know they can't hear us, but please give us a replay of that so RMC can tell me exactly what happened, because I'm still trying to process that. Thank you. There we go.
They heard you, Echo. And what happened was, watch Marble and throughout all of this, because Rhina takes a whole bunch of poke going in, but gets a beautiful 4-man Magnet Storm, and that combined with Kanatsu going in should mean the fight's over. But Marble got knocked away by the explosive cask and for a second hesitated before rejoining the fight. So the big damage carry, the consistent damage, wasn't even present in the fight. And by the time Marble comes back in, it's too late. He's just literally walking into his own death. And Burning Core with that explosive cask from Ray Farkey, generally you see it applied on the Magnet Storm, but seeing it applied to cut out Marble and Dasher was critical key. This is why even when Ray Farkey's not on a carry, we're not saying it's Ray Farkey who's bad. We're saying it works. The problem is that the rest of the team have to step up, and in this particular situation, the rest of Burning Core did.
Yeah, absolutely. And Yuhi as well with the Featherstorm. We were talking about it pre-game in the draft, how this is a comp coming out from the Hawks. They want to get in your face, and that's perfect for Yuhi, who can just play it back. And we saw the Featherstorm. Everything gets pulled in, so much damage coming out, the stuns as well. And then his team is just, Burning Core is able to capitalize on that very nicely. And speaking of capitalizing on that, they're also going to be grabbing themselves the second Rift Herald as well. Quite uncontested this time around. And dare I say, they're not going to be giving up anything for it in return.
No, how efficient is Burning Core right now? The last time they won a team fight,
well
Herald
done.
Dragon. Yeah, this time, Dragon Herald, and they don't lose anything. Dice's bot side doesn't have to TP this time to try and catch this wave. It's really good. And Burning Core, you have to remember that Burning Core, they have an incredible win stat when they're ahead at 15. They are third in the league, but they win 91% of their games when they're ahead. At 15 minutes, they were ahead by about 200 gold. Minor, so I didn't comment on it, but now they're up 3,000 gold. And part of it, I feel like, is also their mental, because when they have a lead at 15, it usually means that Burning Core has won at least one major fight before then, because their laning sometimes is a little bit sus. So it's usually not from laning leads, it's usually from a big team fight. And the moment they start winning one big team fight, their confidence goes up. You're seeing them actively go in for these fights right now, playing a little bit looser. And that's fine, because even if they're playing looser, they're still winning a lot of these objective trades.
Yeah, and speaking of objectives, going down here, looking to just go ahead and siege this tier 1 as they drop that Rifto. Fujimoto and Yuhi looking to go ahead and just push this line here and give the Rifto every opportunity that they can to also crash into this tier 2, as it actually didn't end up crashing into the tier 1, so it still has full HP, so there shouldn't be anyone able to stop it. And look at this, we just see this annihilation line coming out here, flawless to get hit by the Sonic Burst. We do see that the Rifto did crash and is going to go down, the ultimate sacrifice. Can they get the turret though? Not looking quite like it though. They don't want to risk it, and understandably so. They have quite a few shutdowns to give over if for some reason they were to fall. We see Flawless trying to poke out, trying to find something. Ray Farkey doing his little stride. He doesn't even care they got hit by the Sonic Burst. He's like, go ahead, take it, see what happens. They will finally get that tier 2, and they will just honest back off because they got what they want, so they just get out of there.
Yeah, and Echo again, right? Every Herald right now is getting 2 turrets. We were saying Burning Core is efficient. That continues to be true. And now objective bounties have turned on for the side of Hawks. What can you find? I fear there's not really much left. Dragon's not up for another minute and a half. And look at all the lane states. You're shoved in every single lane for Burning Core right now. It's going to take a bit of time for Hawk to get their minions out towards that turret, much less actually try and take it. We said that, sure, Burning Core's composition is really good at letting enemies play into them, at sieging up. But when you're ahead, hey, you still have Fujimoto with that solar flare to be your goal button if you want to actively look for engages.
Yeah, speaking of actively looking for engages, they might just be finding Blank here. A lot of damage coming out. Blank got the flash over the wall, but you don't escape. Dice, no sir. One more auto attack will seal the deal. And now Dasher should be soon to follow. Gonna go gold. But where are you going when you come out of it? Into the grave, because all the CC comes out. You delayed the inevitable and will fall.
Is this Baron? Is this Baron?
It might just be Baron. It might just be Baron.
Yeah, you killed Blank. There's no smite. So what are you going to do? Kanatsu's got TP, but between Kanatsu, Marble, and Rhina, if you're ahead, I'd say, yeah, you can stop this potentially. We already saw the Magnet Storm Cyclone combination, but when you're behind, no shot. You go in, you die, and Burning Core pick up an early 23-minute Baron. They might even be able to go back in time to stop any of their turrets from falling mid. Yeah, they can just rotate onto mid.
Yeah, TP actually coming out here from Ray Farkey to just 100% make sure that it does not go down. And Dragon is up in 13 seconds as well. So Dice and Flawless, actually, they're like, screw that. They can have the Cloud Drake. No one wants that anyways. We want these turrets, as they are going to grab that tier 2 in the top lane and just shove these minions in even further and actually force Blank to be like, yeah, well, we can't go for the Dragon right now, because if we do, we're not going to come home to a base.
Exactly. And you know, you can trade that for an Elder, you can trade that for a Baron. You can't trade that for just a single Cloud Drake. That is not worth. I don't care what you're trying to Cyclone engage from Kanatsu.
Ooh, indeed, with the Xenoblade as well, though. Fujimoto doing a whole lot. So much damage coming out. Very nice Magnet Storm. A whole lot of damage as well. 2 will fall, though. Dice picking up another kill here. Blank over the wall to try and escape. Should be able to get out of there for now. Dasher is just getting hit with the Lun 2 left, right, upper hook, lower cut. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. He just goes down, is what I'm trying to say. Gets absolutely deleted. And once again, Blank is the sole survivor of his team. But it doesn't matter, because Flawless is hot on his heels. Gets hit with the Sonic Blast, hopping over the wall here, doing a whole lot of damage. Can he get this kill, though? Flawless needs to be careful. A nice little flag to dodge that. That was huge. And goodbye gets styled on, boy. He doesn't know anything. They'll take these turrets, and Burning Core will take game number 2. Yeah, look at that tweet. Cog knows what's up. Sparky's Dragons is always so good. It's too damn good.
There's a reason why it's his most played champ in the regular season, despite being such a strong carry player here, Echo. And I've got whiplash from this game 1 and versus this game 2 versus game 1. Game 1 took forever. Game 2